up, Elite Nation? So, for the first time since the beginning of last year's season, we beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Not technically last year's season, but it was a new year of that season. It was a new year of the 2023 season that we beat the Eagles. Since 2021, we beat the Eagles, and this is the first time we ever have a Thursday night win since 2015. That's 10 years ago that who did we beat? No, nothing more than the Commanders. Sorry, the Washington Redskins, I meant to say. I'm sorry. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but this is the first time we ever have won a Thursday night game in over 10 years. Now we have finally beaten the Super Bowl champions, and they look pretty rough. Saquon Barkley didn't do much of anything. A.J. Dillon coughed up the ball before his knee was down, and Drew Phillips was there to recover it. Hey, this defense, I gotta give them props where props is due. Never doubt you again. If you ever forgive me, I apologize for that one. This is the only time I ever had to apologize to Cordell Fott, because let's be honest real quick, it's no secret that I hate the dude, but I have to give him flowers for that one. Jaxson Dart, one of the new shining stars in the Giants community, just got 2 total touchdowns. One with his legs, one up to Wan'Dale Robinson. And I have Wan'Dale Robinson in my fantasy league. A.J. Brown barely did nothing. So I'm pretty much happy that Wan'Dale Robinson did all the work. Looks like Wan'Dale will be in a new wide receiver 1 if we can recite him. Well, here's the thing. We would have been 3-3 right now instead of 2-4. But the point is that if we didn't turn the ball over 5 times, we would have been 3-0 with this kid at quarterback. Other than that, if Darius Slayton would have dropped the ball, we would have won. Like, can we just trade Darius Slayton? Like, can we just cut Darius Slayton for Pete's sake? That's the best thing I'm going to cut to that. I just need Darius Slayton to be cut or something. And what about Cam Scatterboo? What about the beast? Scoring 3 total touchdowns and barely got 100 yards on the ground. There was like, just feed me the ball. I'll take care of the rest. That's what Cam Scatterboo looked like. You ever heard of Bullet Bill from Super Mario, from any kind of Super Mario video game? Well, that's what Cam Scatterboo reminds me of. I'm dead serious. I'm not wrong. I'm dead serious. This is the truth you're hearing from me. This is what it looks like. So the final score is the Giants beating the Eagles 34-17. And guess what? For the first time in my life, I get to celebrate. But not we're going off against Denver. We won against 17 last night. And the year before, which is last year, how many points we won by? You guessed it right. 17. Last year, when we was on the losing ropes, it was like 10-27. We beat the Eagles 10-27. I think we beat the Eagles by 17. Yeah, that was it. The Eagles didn't do much of anything in the second half. Their defense looked like they're dropping flies. They barely have a secondary. Cooper DeJean. Do I see Cooper DeJean on the field? Where's Cooper DeJean at? I barely see the guy on the field once. That's what y'all get from running the ball. But here's the truth is this. Beating the Eagles last year by 17 is what made me start my YouTube channel in the first place. It's no secret. That's how I started this channel, by beating the Eagles by 17. And here we are, a year later. We beat the Super Bowl champs by 17. But here's the thing. We're heading to Philly in 2 weeks from Sunday. Oh yes, we'll be ready. we'll be 100% ready. This is the first time in a while that we ever have a win against our division rivals. Now we can be competitive against some other team if we can beat the Dallas Cowboys first. If we beat Eagles twice in a row, then I think the Cowboys might win the division. Other than that, this is the second time that we handed the Eagles another loss. Since we beat them the first time, there ain't no way in God's green earth they're winning the division now. Cam Scatterboo, Jaxson Dart. Here's to you. Thank God. Thank y'all for helping us beat the Eagles. We appreciate it. Even Daniel Jones couldn't do that because he's so mentally weak. Dude got, how many yards? 99 yards before he tripped on his ass? Against the same team? Yeah, that was mentally weak. So pathetic and mentally weak. Daniel Jones is not there anymore. That's not the problem. Saquon Barkley, one of the greatest running backs we ever had. And we couldn't even give him a contract. Saquon Barkley, you are a snake, and I despise you. That's why I got the jersey. It doesn't have your name on it, did it? Nope. No, it does not. It's mine. It has my name on it. It doesn't say Saquon. It doesn't say Barkley. This is legitimately mine. This is the one I got for Christmas, and I've been supporting this team for many, 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 many years. I've seen them win 2 Super Bowls, and most of the time I've seen them felt with pain and regret. Pain and regret is what I call it. So I get to go ahead. I enjoyed my good night's sleep last night. Who am I kidding? Ever since the Eagles lost to the Giants, I was happy. I get to celebrate for the first time in over a year. It's been over a decade since I've seen the Giants beat the Eagles by a large margin. And like I said before, beating the Eagles 27-10, doing all my comedy stuff, is what got me started on this entire YouTube in the first place. Who knew? And here we are tonight. Or should I say last night. We beat them again. You guessed it, 17. Remember that I said this to my coworker before we gone up against them last night. And I said this: welcome to hell. You're about to lose your players due to injury. And you just signed your death warrant. Well, Quinyon Mitchell got injured. Jaxson Dart injured his head, cleared concussion protocol. I think it's an upper body injury, and he still came back to the game and destroyed the Eagles. Jaxson Dart is like a goddamn warrior. The guy that we needed since Daniel Jones, his stupid ass, just left. Oh, this is the first time in a while that we got a quarterback that finally beat the Eagles since the Eli Manning days. You know who beat the Eagles last season? Tommy DeVito. But that wasn't the year before last. Actually, yes, it was. Because we were still in the 2023 season at the same time that we drafted elite neighbors in, and we should not have won against the Eagles, but I'm glad that I did, because I do not want to see the Eagles win the division again since 2004. Since 2004, the Philadelphia Eagles have back-to-back championships against the NFC East rivals. You know who was the head coach way back then in 2004? If you guys guessed it, it was Andy Reid. So I'm happy that we get the opportunity last night to win a chip, to win Thursday Night Football for the first time in 10 years since we beat the Washington Redskins. That's saying something. I haven't felt this emotional for a long time. This is the happiest that I've ever been as a Giants fan. And I slept like a baby last night. I didn't really suck my thumb, so if you guys noticed that, I never sucked my thumb in my entire life. I'm not a baby, but I really did slept like a baby last night. I'm just giving you guys that props right now. Whoo! Whoo! Truth be told, Eagle fans, we'll be ready for you again in 2 weeks. And we're about to get ready to hand you guys a fourth loss after you guys go all the way back to Philadelphia. I get to be happy for one more time before we go up against the Denver Broncos. Actually, we had to deal with Denver first because Denver, on the other hand, it's like, how can I say it? It's like a little bit tougher than it was before. I said this at the beginning. We get to play the Philadelphia Eagles twice in 1 week. And the Denver Broncos, it's like the meat on the sandwich. It's like a meat on the burger. You know what that means? It's like a meat on a burger. Like you have the hardest schedule in the NFL. And then that's the Denver Broncos. We're going to Denver. And then we're going to Philly. This is the last time that we ever get to play against the Eagles. Excuse me. Before we go up against any other team that we had to go up against. And I hope we beat Jaden Daniels this time. Because Russell Wilson didn't even do jack squat. It's time to cut Russell Wilson. It's time to hang up your boots. Hold on. See this? This is Russell Wilson. It's time for you to hang up your boots and call it a career. Because what I've seen after starting 0-3, and we should not have lost against the Washington Commanders in week 1. We would have been 4-2, and we would have been in second. Oh, who am I kidding? We would have been in first place if we did not have lost to the Washington Commanders in week 1. I'm just saying. Let's just make that clear, okay? I'm making it clear. We should not have lost to the Commanders in week 1. We can't beat Dallas anyway because what do you expect? They're Dallas Cowboys. What else do you expect? But against the badass Kansas City team, we lost against the Kansas City team who lost against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. Also, Wilson, it's time to hang up your boots, my guy. It's time. You signed a 1-year deal. It's time for you to hang up your boots. Go to Oakland. No. I meant to say go to Las Vegas because Oakland do not have a team anymore except for the Oakland A's. Go somewhere else. Go to Cleveland. Go to Cincinnati. Go somewhere else. Go to New Orleans because we don't want you here. All right. That's it. That's all. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button for more videos and more vlogs. And stay elite. Dismissed.